Hello, Blaine High School. This is your 2019-2020 policy review. Remember, all students, Blaine Bengals navigate the systems of life with empathy, resilience, responsibility, and integrity. Let's put those into play every day when we walk our halls. Students, ultimately, you are responsible for everything in the secondary handbook. Handbook is located on the Blaine High School website under the Handbook Planner tab. You will receive student ID cards. It is important that you carry these with you at all times for identification purposes. They're especially important to carry with you at dances, games, and events. If a staff member in the building asks you to identify yourself, please cooperate. Attendance and tardies. It is expected that you're in class when the bell rings. Please adhere to your teacher's specific policies in regards to tardiness. Repeated tardiness will impact your learning. Please be on time, be ready to learn, and be ready to grow. Breakfast this year will be shut down at the warning bell. Please plan accordingly. Breakfast will be served before and after first hour only. Blaine High School expects students to produce work that represents their own effort and mastery towards learning targets. Please do your best. Work and do your own work. If you're struggling, please see a teacher. The parking lot. Parking permit is required for all parking. Parking lot fees apply to all students, STEP, part-time STEP, PSEO, work program, and internships. Students, you have a new option this year. You may park in both the front lots and the north lot. Please drive carefully. The speed limit is 10 miles an hour. The south lot, or the new lot, is reserved for staff only from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you abuse parking rules or parking laws, you are subject to have your permit suspended or revoked. If you park in the wrong place or without a permit, your vehicle is subject to a boot and a $25 removal fee. Doors. All students and visitors must enter through door 1, the main entrance. All other doors will be locked during the school day. For the safety of all staff and of students, opening the door for someone else is prohibited. Please direct them to door 1. We have a brand new beautiful lunch space. Let's take care of it and clean up after yourself. As we navigate the new lunch schedule with only 4 periods, be patient with fellow students and our lunchroom personnel. A new policy this year is that all purchased food must stay in the cafe. No food outside of the cafe. The South Commons will be open as long as there's no food there. Let's go above and beyond to make this space inviting and welcoming for our students. Let's show some empathy and some responsibility in keeping this space neat. Passes. Students, you will receive a hall pass with 12 individual passes. These passes have your name on them. Do not use other students' passes. If you lose them, please contact your assistant principal and determine. They'll let you know how many passes you will have for the remainder of the trimester. The hallways can become crowded. Please be thoughtful in the hallways. You are not the only one there. This is a public space, so please be aware of your surroundings. There's a chance that you may be bumped into. Please, a polite excuse me and thank you can go a long way. Let's keep the hallways clear and make sure other students have a place to pass. After school, it is expected that you get to your destination, whether it's home with a teacher or to an athletic event. 2:20 marks the end of the day. At 2:30, you will hear a warning bell. This is to remind you that you have 10 minutes to get to where you're going. At 2:40, all students will need to be in their designated locations. The academic areas will be off limits for students unless they are with a teacher. If you need to wait for a ride, you need to do so on the field house balcony. If we follow these few basic rules and practice integrity, empathy, resilience, and responsibility, you can do your part to make our school the best it can be. District guidelines, bullying and harassment. In order to maintain a learning environment that is good for all, bullying and harassment of any kind will not be tolerated. Saying I was teasing or joking is not an excuse. Please treat each other with kindness. Show some integrity and responsibility towards your fellow classmates. If you are feeling a victim of bullying and harassment, please report to your school administrator, your counselor, or your teacher immediately. We will work with you to make sure that your learning environment is the best it can be. Social media and cell phone use. Social media, please remember to pause before you post. Text messages or social media can be harmful if used inappropriately. If you think it might be inappropriate or potentially hurtful to anyone, please don't say it. District guidelines apply to the use of all electronic devices, both personal and school issued, while you're in the building. Also, a reminder, picture taking or video recording of content in violation of any described policy is also prohibited. Please be careful and use your cell phones and electronics responsibly. Weapons. It is a felony to possess, store, handle, transmit, or use any weapon on school property, and this includes storing or keeping a weapon in your vehicle. Students, if you become aware of a weapon being brought to school or on school property, immediately notify an adult staff member. Self-reporting to an adult staff member that you have, for an example, a knife or a box cutter on you accidentally may help with avoiding expulsion. Fighting and assault. Physical assaults or fighting will not be tolerated. Play fighting, slap fighting, or any behavior that could be seen as aggressive by administration, teachers, or other students will result in disciplinary action. The disciplinary action for an assault and fight is an immediate 5-day suspension, and only one is allowed in your career. A second fight will equal an expulsion referral. If you're having issues with another student or need help navigating a situation, please reach out to an adult you trust and they will work with you. Tobacco, alcohol, and drugs, possession, use, transmission of tobacco, nicotine products, e-cigs, lookalikes, alcohol, or drugs in any form is strictly prohibited. Confiscated vape cartridges are subject to chemical testing. Thank you for listening and paying attention. Everyone benefits from a safe and positive climate. Thank you for continuing to make Blaine High School a great place to be. Before you are done, you must acknowledge that you have seen and heard this policy review. Please use the QR code or the link below to sign. Your signature acknowledges that you have viewed and understand the policies for the upcoming year. Let's make it a great year, Bain.